Assessors need to use the Technology Registrations Canada, or TRC system, to access an application for assessment. In this video, you'll learn how to use and navigate the newly updated TRC system. The TRC system is the software used when processing an application submitted either through the National Gateway website, engineeringtechnologycanada.ca, or directly to a provincial association. The Gateway is designed to accommodate applicants from different backgrounds, including graduates of Canadian education programs, graduates of international programs, Canadian Armed Forces personnel and veterans, and applicants whose knowledge and skills have been achieved through non-formal self-directed learning, on-the-job training, and experience. The National Gateway and the TRC are connected, which means that information applicants enter through the Gateway is available through the TRC. For assessors, the newly updated TRC system streamlines the assessment process by removing unnecessary functions and automating several key assessment features. Let's have a look at the new TRC system, which you'll need to access when assessing an application. To access the TRC system, type www.technologyregistrationscanada.ca into an internet browser. Next, you'll enter your user ID and password to log into the system. Once you've logged in, click on the Dashboard tab, which will list any applications to be assessed. Select the application you want to review. This will take you to a new screen. On this screen, you'll see several sections with different titles, including Type of Application, Class of Registration, Personal Information, Contact Information, etc. Each of these sections has important information that you'll need to review by clicking on each one. Let's start by clicking on Type of Application. This section identifies the purpose of the application, for example, registration. Next, you'll click on the Class of Registration section, which identifies the level of registration being sought, for example, Certified Technician. Next, you'll click on the Personal Information section, which includes background and demographic information about the applicant. Next, you'll click on Contact Information, which includes contact information for the applicant. Next, you'll click on the Pathway section, which identifies the pathway selected by the applicant, for example, graduates of other technology programs. Next, you'll click on the Discipline section, which identifies the discipline selected by the applicant, for example, environmental. Next, you'll click on the Education section, which identifies whether an applicant graduated from a Canadian nationally accredited program. It also includes information about the institutions and programs. Next, you'll click on the Work Experience section, which includes information about an applicant's employment status and history, including past and current employers, position titles and descriptions, and employer contact information. Next, you'll click on the Technical References section. This includes the names and contact information for each of the applicant's references. You'll notice that this section also indicates whether or not a reference has been completed. Next, you'll click on the Review Competencies section. This lists the discipline-specific competencies claimed by an applicant. Next, you'll click on the Attachments section, which lists any attachments that an applicant has included. Once you've reviewed all of the sections, you're ready to begin your written review of the applicant. Scroll to the top of the screen and click on the Competencies section, which includes an applicant's description of how their education and/or work experience have led to their achievement of each competency. For each competency, you'll also see a section called File Reviewer, where you'll need to select Yes or No to indicate whether an applicant has met the competency based on the evidence provided. If you decide that a competency has not been achieved, you'll need to enter an explanation into the text box. Once you're done, click Save at the bottom of the screen to save your comments. Lastly, you'll click on the Review tab to complete several sections, including providing any comments pertaining to the competencies. Once you have completed these sections, you'll need to click on the Submit as Recommended or Submit with Issues button to submit your assessment. You'll also need to click the Save button at the bottom of your screen to save your comments. Once you've submitted your assessment, you'll receive immediate confirmation on your screen that your assessment was submitted. Your work as an assessor is done, and you can now log out of the TRC.